It is time for Princeton Speedway racing action, brought to you here on KANO Radio by Rapid Sports Center, the Bob Ring Standard stations in the North Suburban area, High 10 Union 76, and Justice Brothers Engine Additives. Here's our own Mark Jones.
Okay, folks, we're here again at the Princeton Speedway. Thank you very much, Pete, for another night of racing action here. Of course, racing every Friday night at the Princeton Speedway on the Mille Lacs County Fairgrounds at about 8 o'clock, and it's time now for our pre-race show, and we're going to talk with modified driver of car number 17, Scott Willis out of Elk River, Minnesota. Scott, how you doing with us this evening?
Pretty good, better than usual.
All right, now Scott, I'll tell you, a lot of people, myself and Bill Riley, who helps me out on this program, doing some color for me and whatnot, we couldn't help last week but comment quite a few times how you have just been doing great this year. You've last week in one of the races, I believe for quite a while there, you were holding off the champion in the modifieds last year, Tom Farabin, for quite a while. Is it coming easier for you this season?
Yeah, my dad's helped me quite a bit on the car, and we bought some new parts for it, and that seems to help a little more.
Feel more relaxed?
Yeah, a lot.
Now, what is it like out there? Me and Bill were trying to comment on exactly what that would feel like out there racing against your dad. What's that like?
It's fun, but I sure would like to beat him one of these times.
Now, last week in the feature, Bill was mentioning, I didn't see it exactly happen, but during one of the accidents when the red flag was out, the cars were driving slowly around the track, and Bill told me that you came up behind your dad and kind of gave him a little pop in the back end. What was that all about?
I thought we were gonna go with that time, and I take it he didn't, and we bumped a little bit there.
All right. So now this, of course, is your second year out here at the racetrack. What are you looking forward to in the future for racing?
Maybe get a championship under my belt and win a few races first off.
Still looking forward to that first feature win?
Yeah, really.
That'll be a big thrill for you.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you again after you get that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you say hi to your dad and your mom over there, and we'll let you get going and get out there and do some racing. Good luck tonight, Scott.
Thank you.
All right. That's Scott Willis out of Elk River, the driver of modified car number 17, and he runs in the modified class. Scott out of Elk River, the son of Pat Willis, who drives modified number 29. I'd like to take a moment now. Bill Riley, who is normally with me on this broadcast, will be with me a little bit later this evening, but he had to work late at the station tonight, so he's going to be coming out here probably about 9 or 9:30, so he'll be here in time for the features. And also with me tonight is a gentleman who was a track photographer out here a couple years ago, and he's been doing a few odds and ends out here this season, and that is, oddly enough, my brother, Mr. Greg Jones, who, Greg, if we can get you to step over here for just a second. Now, Greg, this is your second time out here at the track this year, and of course, you've been coming out here for how many years now?
Oh, about 3 or 4.
What do you think of the racing out here at the Speedway?
Well, it's picking up considerably, especially since they switched over to the Wissota. You're getting a lot of sharp cars out here.
All right. Now, you've been a big modified fan for a long time, or what?
All the way.
All right. How many years, how did you get interested in, of course, I know the answer to these questions, but being my brother, of course I know, but for the folks that don't, how did you get interested in auto racing in the first place?
Growing up just outside of St. Louis, there was a track, and we went there ever since we were little kids, and we moved to Minnesota. We found this track, and we've loved it ever since.
All right. Well, Greg, you'll be adding a few comments tonight throughout the evening on the races, and you'll be sticking right around the booth here. We appreciate you being out here with us this evening for the broadcast.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, and again, that's Greg Jones, who just, as I said, happens to be my brother, but besides that, he's done some work out here at the track, and he has done some photography off and on for us the last few years, so we really appreciate him being here. And again, Bill Riley will be joining us in about an hour from now, I guess, as soon as he gets up here from the radio station. And then I'd like to again thank our statistician who helps us out getting the results straight and everything, my fiance Jan. So that's our crew for this evening, and we'll be bringing you the races. That should just about wrap up our pre-race show for this evening, and we'll be back with the first heat of the evening, which is the 6-cylinder first heat race, right after this.
Look, on Coon Rapids Boulevard, it's a...
Okay, we're back to the action out here at the Princeton Speedway. Of course, the 6-cylinder first heat is coming out right now. And here is your lineup on the pole. In car number 71, that is Larry Lenzen out of Brooklyn Park. On the outside of Larry in car number 11, last week's feature winner in the 6-cylinders, that's Dale Myers out of Elk River. Second row pole in car number 06, that is driven by Mike Hegland out of Zimmerman. And on the outside of Mike in car number 22, Lyle Stavos. Third row pole in car number 78. That is John England out of Bradford. On the outside of John in car number 24, Dan Milleron. Dan hailing out of Bradford as well. Fourth row pole in car number 5. That will be Steve Famert out of Princeton. On the outside of Steve in car number 22 out of Coon Rapids, Minnesota, the female driver out here at the Princeton Speedway, Nancy Weiler. 2, 4, 6, fifth row pole in car number X7. That's Kevin Shum out of Hanover, Minnesota. And on the outside in car number 40 for a beautiful new car for Brian Bockwitz out of Anoka. Brian's ran out here in the 6-cylinder class for the last couple of years, but he's got a gorgeous new Camaro out here in his typical red and yellow colors. So that's Brian Bockwitz out of Anoka. And the cars are heading out now for their warm-up lap with the start of the first heat in the 6-cylinder class. Greg, what do you think about, of course, before I ask him that question, of course, we remind you again, Greg Jones with us this evening, helping us out tonight, and Bill Riley will be coming along here in about an hour. Greg, what do you think of Nancy Wheeler out of Coon Rapids, a female running out here at the Speedway?
Well, I think it's good to see what's typically a man's sport. It's good to see some breakthroughs in.
You think we're going to see more of this?
It might spark somebody else coming out. It might be good to see. You have to see what happens.
All right, so we have to watch out for Nancy Wheeler, and again, she is in the fourth row on the outside in this first 6-cylinder heat race. Well, they're going down the back straightaway right now as they are taking their slow lap around, trying to get the lineup all straight so they can start this event, and they're around turn 4, and let's see if they get the green. They're up. Shooting down the lead around turn 1 and 2. Dale Myers out of Elk River, car number 11, running second. Larry Lenzen out of Brooklyn Park. Lyle Stavis running third in car number 22. Down the back straightaway and around turn 3 and 4, it is still Dale Myers out of Elk River, your leader. Running second, Larry Lenzen out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And running third in car number 22, Lyle Stavis. Now Nancy Wheeler out of Coon Rapids has just lost it there in turn 4. And she's sitting up there. But as of yet, they are not bringing out the red flag. So we'll just have to see if they do stop the race for Nancy. And they do. Here it comes. The yellow flag is out. The races are stopped for Nancy Wheeler in car number 22. Greg, a bit of tough luck there for Nancy.
Yeah, it's a tough break.
Did you see what happened?
She was going around on the outside, and outside of the track's a little slipperier than the inside is right now, and she just couldn't hold on.
All right, that's Nancy Wheeler out of Coon Rapids. I can't remember if she pronounced that Wheeler or Weiler, but Wheeler, okay, so we just found out that is Wheeler, her last name, and she's sitting over there in turn 4. Well, there's a break in the action. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Remember A&B Sporting Goods for all your summertime recreational.
Okay, we're back, and it looks like they got Nancy running. Now, one note here. I know that we are currently running a 6-cylinder heat race, but I wanted to talk to you for a moment. We have a deal going on here in the limited late model sportsman class. As you remember, last week, Ron Jones Jr. out of Zimmerman, the driver of the Red 7 modified, was claimed by Dave Voigt in car number 71, and he refused that claim, and so he has been suspended from the track here for 2 weeks. But that is under WISSOTA rules. All right, so what that means is WISSOTA covers the modifieds. The other 2 classes are not covered by WISSOTA rules. And Ron is out here this evening. He'll be driving car number 68, which is Dick Collins' limited late model car. Okay, he's not running modifieds tonight. He will be in limited late model car number 68 tonight. Ron, of course, ran late models for many years before he became a modified driver. And Dick, of course, unfortunately had that heart attack on the way home from the track the first night of racing. Last week, his car was driven by Jack Harder out of St. Paul. And tonight, it'll be driven by Ron Jones Jr., the driver of modified number Red 7. Tonight, will be driving car number 68, limited late model, the car owned and driven usually by Dick Collins. Okay, the 6 cylinders are still driving around here trying to get the lineup straight before we get back underway. And it looks like they're going to pull Nancy Wheeler off the track. So a tough break for Nancy in her second week of auto racing. A gorgeous night here at the Princeton Speedway. Clear skies, probably the nicest weather we've had yet this year. It is a little chilly, but the wind is not as wild as we had originally thought that it would be. We were expecting to have some pretty windy conditions. What was that, Greg?
Nancy's back out.
All right, Nancy Wheeler looks like she's going to try to get it back out on the racetrack. In car number 22, blue, we have 2 number 22s Of course, Nancy in the blue one, and then Lyle Stavis in the black car number 22. Here they come, and they're off. Into turn 1 and 2, it's Dale Myers out of Elk River. He's just stretching that lead. Way out in front, Dale Myers in car number 11. Running second, car number 71, Larry Lenzen out of Brooklyn Park. Car number 22, Lyle Stavis running third. 78, John England running fourth. Now again this week, John has a 76 on that car, but that is incorrect. His brother Lee drives 76, and John's is supposed to be 78, so keep that in mind. He's running fourth and trying to get low on the inside of Lyle Stavis out of Clearwater. And down the front straightaway they come. It is still Dale Myers out of Elk River, your leader. Larry Lenzen running second. Lyle Stavis running third. Now Lyle tries to get down low on Larry Lenzen. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3 and 4 now. And it's neck and neck. Looks like Larry's going to hold him off for this lap anyway. Larry Lenzen retains his second position. So we have Dale Myers, your leader, running second, 71, Larry Lenzen. And we have a spun-out car on turn 4. That's car number 06. That is driven by Mike Hegland. Now, I am not sure if that is Rick Hegland's brother. Rick, of course, was a modified driver last year in car number 07 modified. This is car number 06, six-cylinder, driven by Mike Hegland. And they bring out the white and green flags crossed, which means the race is halfway finished. Your leader is still car number 11, Dale Myers out of Elk River. And now Larry Lenzen in 71 trying to get low on the inside as they approach the slower cars. Going to be doing some relapping here. Nancy Wheeler is running last right now, and she's the first one to try to get relapped. And Dale bumps into her. Whoa! And now Lyle Stavis. Dale Myers had to slow down there for a minute after he tapped Nancy, and it caused Larry Lenzen to have to slow down right behind him, and Lyle Stavis had a shot at taking over second spot, but he could not do it. And now John England drops in low, and he passes Lyle Stavis and tries to get low on Lenzen. Oh, no, they're all getting mixed up with the slower cars, and they're all... It looks like they're getting through all right. However, now Lyle Stavis spins out, and Nancy Wheeler smacks into him. Oh, and now Nancy hits the tires, comes back out on the track, and smacks into car number 06, which is Mike Hegland, and then Hegland hits car number 24, Dan Milleron. Oh, but they're still running. Now Hegland spins out again into the infield. Oh, I don't believe it. Well, your top 5 cars again, folks, as the white flag comes out. Dale Myers out of Elk River, and now Larry Lenzen tries to get in low on the inside, and John England on the outside. We got 3 cars neck and neck. There's your winner. I don't even know who won. Looks like 11. Looks like 11, 71, 76. 22, Lyle Stavis, 4th, and 24, Dan Milleron was 5th, but we'll have to check that. We'll have to see who the... Yes, it is Dale Myers out of Elk River, the winner in car number 11. Second, it looks like... Now, this is unofficial because they were 3 abreast coming across that finish line. It was hard to tell, but it looks like second was car number 71, Larry Lenzen. Third in 76, John England. Fourth in car number 22, Lyle Stavis. And fifth in 24, Dan Milleron. We'll be back with the second heat in the 6-cylinder class right after this.
Good physical exercise is so important to your all-around health, but do it wisely and in moderation. This healthy tip is brought to you by Coon Rapids Chiropractic Office at 330 Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids, across from Northdale Junior High. They specialize in sports-related injuries, auto and work-related injuries. For an appointment, call Dr. James Brandt at 755-4300 at the Coon Rapids Chiropractic Office in Coon Rapids.
Okay, we're back, and now it's time for the second heat in the 6-cylinder class, and here is your lineup. On the pole in car number 21, and I got to check that one. That is Kurt Erickson out of Cambridge. On the outside of Kurt in car number 27, Troy Anderson out of Zimmerman. Second row pole, car number 76, that is Lee England out of Bradford. On the outside of Lee in car number 49, that is Clark Perry out of Malacca. In the third row pole, car number 57, and that is 57 White and that's driven by Michael Pearson out of Mora. On the outside in car number 73, that is Jerry England out of Bradford. That's Lee and John's cousin. And let's see if they're going to get the green flag here. We might not be able to give you the rest of the lineup, and we can't because they're off. Out there in the lead, car number 27, Troy Anderson. Lee England running second, and that's Kurt Erickson running third.
I take that back.
Clark Perry running fourth, but Clark goes a little high on turn 3 and 4, and he's over the embankment, but the races continue. Remember, it's the top 5 cars that get the points and the money, and right now that's Troy Anderson, Lee England, Kurt Erickson, Ted Dibley out of Anoka, and Scott Landgraf out of Rockford. But now Scott tries to get in low on Ted Dibley. And he's passing Ted. Joe Bean in car number 3, your point leader in the 6 cylinders, is running 5th right now as he too passes Ted Dibley. And so does 007 Matt Dickinson. We got end-to-end action now as the leader, Troy Anderson, is being threatened by Lee England in car number 76. The 76, Lee England trying to get in low. He can't do it. Troy Anderson holds him off. Troy Anderson is your leader in car number 27. Running second in 76, Lee England running third. Now they got 3 abreast, and Joe Bean passes 2 cars on the inside, and he's in third right now, but it's still close. Nope, there he goes. Joe Bean running third now. Running fourth in car number 7, that's Scott Landgraf. Running 5th in car number 21, Kurt Erickson out of Cambridge, and Kurt goes high on turn 4 and almost smacks into Matt Dickinson trying to pass him on the inside. He hit the wall a little bit, and then Matt Dickinson now running 5th. Again, we got a Zimmerman driver, Troy Anderson, your leader. Lee England out of Bradford running second. Joe Bean out of Zimmerman is third. Rockford's Scott Landgraf running 4th, and out of St. Francis, Matt Dickinson in 007 running 5th. Good to see Dean Becker back with us this year, his first night out in car number 008. He's a ways back in the pack right now, though. Dean Becker out of St. Francis in 008. See the modifieds in front of us here getting lined up for their first heat race. And now we've got Lee England. Oh, and he taps Troy Anderson, and then Troy spins it a little bit, but he hangs on to that lead. Troy Anderson still your leader. Lee England trying to get down on the inside to pass him. Joe Bean moving up here now in third spot. Around turn 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway, there's still 1, 2, and 3. Troy Anderson, Lee England, and Joe Bean in the Javelin, car number 3. The white flag is out. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Troy Anderson in car number 27. Again, your top 5, Troy Anderson, Lee England, Joe Bean, Scott Landgraf, and Matt Dickinson. Here they come for the winner. Around turn 3 and 4, it's going to be car number 27. That's Troy Anderson. 76, Lee England is second. 3, Joe Bean is third. 7, Scott Landgraf is fourth. And 007, Matt Dickinson, is fifth. That's the way they finish in the second heat for the 6 cylinders. Again, your winner, car number 27. That is Troy Anderson out of Zimmerman. All right, and we're back now. Time now for the first heat in the modified. And here's your lineup for this first heat in the modifieds, unless they're going to get the green, which they're not, but they probably will on the next lap, so I'll give you this lineup real quickly. Car number 11, Tom Farabend, his first row pole on the outside in 00, that's Tony Graham. Second row pole in car number 23, that is Bill Greeley out of Zimmerman. On the outside in car number 29, Pat Willis. Third row back in car number 60, Brian Buckingham out of Isani. On the outside in car number 57, a newcomer this week, that is Dave Stork out of Morris. Next row back, we have Jay Anderson in car number 1 and Dave Voigt in 71, and they're off. 8 cars. Tony Graham jumps into the lead. Car number 00, Tony Grahams, the former 6-cylinder driver, is your leader. Tom Farabend running second, Pat Willis running third in car number 29. Now Tom Farabend goes goes in low and passes Tony around the inside. Now here comes Pat Willis down. Tony holds him off. Your leader in car number 11, Tom Farabend. Now Pat Willis drops in low and takes over second spot. Tony Graham's running third. Brian Buckingham is fourth. Jay Anderson running fifth. Your leader, car number 11, Tom Farabend out of Brainerd, Minnesota. Pat Willis out of Elk River is running second. Greg, Pat looks pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it looks like that new engine's really dialed in.
All right. Tom Farabend is your leader. Pat Willis trying to creep up on him in second spot. Running third a little ways back now. Tony Graham's in double O out of Zimmerman. Fourth in car number 60, Isante's Brian Buckingham. And in fifth in car number 1 out of Princeton, that's Jay Anderson. Here they come. The race is now halfway over. Tom Farabend is your leader in car number 11. Running second in car number 29, that's Pat Willis. Looks like some problems there for Dave Voigt. Dave Voigt pulling into the infield in 71. Tom Farabend is now way out in front in car number 11. Pat Willis in 29 running second, a little ways back. Running third, Tony Graham's in double O. And running fourth in car number 60, Brian Buckingham out of Isante. Kind of loud tonight. The car's really getting unwound this evening. I'm sure you can hear. Tom Farabend has now got about a fourth of a lap lead. In car number 11, he's way out in front. Pat Willis is running second. Tony Graham's looking good in car number 00. Greg, Tony Graham's coming up from the 6-cylinder class. He looks pretty good as a modified.
Oh, he looks great.
Okay, the white flag is coming out now for Tom Farabend in car number 11. Pat Willis in 29 running second. Tony Graham's is third. Now Jay Anderson trying to get down low on Brian Buckingham for fourth. Can he do it? Jay Anderson. Here's your winner, Tom Farabend. Second, car number 29. Pat Willis. Third in 00 is Graham's. Fourth in car number 1. Jay Anderson did it. Brian Buckingham in car number 60 was fifth. Again, your winner, car number 11, Tom Farabend out of Brainerd. Pat Willis in 29 out of Elk River was second, followed by Tony Graham, Jay Anderson, and Brian Buckingham. We'll be back with the second heat race right after this.
Coon Rapids Medical Center, a division of Comprehensive Medical Care PA, is a multi-specialty facility with over 50 physicians and healthcare professionals to serve you. Coon Rapids Medical Center offers extended care service, open Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and Saturdays till noon. That's a big help for working mothers and anyone else who has trouble scheduling medical appointments during the day. Coon Rapids Medical Center, caring for the community and serving fee-for-service, insured and MedCenter's health plan. Other affiliated locations in this area are Champlin Medical Center, Ramsey Medical Center, and St. Michael Medical Center.
All right, and it's time once again for another heat race in the modified class, this being the second heat race, and here is your lineup. An old veteran of racing here at the Princeton Speedway is back with us this evening. I'm talking about Danny Thorsbakken out of Princeton, Minnesota. His first night out this year in car number 48, and he's first row pole in this event. On the outside of Danny in car number 08, that is Mark Stanke out of Bethel. Second row pole in car number 7, that's Butch Stearns out of Osakis. And on the outside in car number 27, that's Hank Simon out of Zimmerman. Third row back in car number 21, that's John Sina out of Zimmerman. On the outside, a new car tonight, that's car number 07, driven by Fred Parker out of Minneapolis. And in the back there, all by himself, car number 17, Scott Willis, the gentleman we had as our guest on the pre-race show this evening. Well, joining me here in the booth right now is DJ Heskins. DJ, good to have you back with us this week.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. A little less wind tonight.
Yeah, that's going to help the conditions, isn't it?
Oh, much better. It should be real good for the feature.
And they're off. Danny Thorsbakken out of Princeton trying to get in low, and Mark Stanke on the outside. Danny's got the lead. Danny Thorsbakken in car number 48 is your leader. Mark Stanke running second. Hank Simon running third. Butch Stearns running fourth. John Sina running fifth. DJ, I'm sure you've watched him race before. You know a lot about him. What are your thoughts on the talents of Danny Thorsbakken?
Well, he's been around for a long time. He knows his way around the track as well as through traffic, and he knows how to build a good motor. Tough to beat him.
And he's got the lead right now. Danny Thorsbachen in a beautiful car number 48. It's a silver modified. What kind of body does that look like?
I believe it's a Gremlin. He was running Gremlin for the last couple of years, so I'm sure he'd probably stay with that.
All right, it's a silver car with blue racing stripes and a yellow number 48, and he is your leader. Mark Stanky running second, Hank Simon running third, Butch Stearns running fourth, and now John Sina in car number 21 trying to get down low on Stearns. DJ, we're going to have to watch those two back there, 7 and 21 battling it out.
Yeah, it's really a duel. Butch driving a new car he just bought this year, and John's, working hard to get around him. Butch is a good driver.
All right. Butch Stearns holding him off, though. Your leader way out in front, car number 48, Danny Thorsbachen. Greg, I guess it's no surprise that Thorsbachen has jumped into the lead here.
Oh, not at all, especially since he started in the front row.
He's been around for quite a while.
Yeah, he's looking really good tonight.
Danny Thorsbachen is your leader. Running second, car number 08, Mark Stanky out of Bethel. Running third in car number 27, that's Hank Simon. Fourth in car number 7, Butch Stearns. Running fifth in car number 21, John Sina. Sixth in car number 17, Scott Willis. And in the back of the pack in car number 07, that is Fred Parker out of Minneapolis, who has just received the blue and yellow flag, which means to pull over and let the faster cars lap you, as Danny Thorsbachen now is right on the tail of Mr. Parker. Looks like Butch Stearns in car number 7 has gone over the embankment there on turn 2, I'm sorry. And he's out of this one. Okay, well that puts Scott Willis into the points now. And here they go, the white flag. Here comes the checkered flag now, and your winner, 48, Dan Thorsbachen. Second in car number 08, Mark Stanky. 27 is third. That's Hank Simon. 21, John Sina, fourth. And 17, Scott Willis, is fifth. Again, your winner, car number 48, Danny Thorsbachen, out of Princeton, Minnesota. We'll be back right after this.
Bob Ring, the Tire King, and his 4 areas.
And we are back now for the first heat in the late models. DJ, did you hear that Ron Jones is back tonight driving Dick Collins' car number 68 late model?
Yeah, I guess that's perfectly okay, because late models aren't in the Wissota rules or Wissota modified, so he can race. They just can't get no points for the big point fund at the end of the year.
How do you think he'll do in a late model? He's done it before.
Oh yeah, I think he can go in anything. He's doesn't have a fear in the world, and he's got everything to gain, so he just flies.
All right, and here is your lineup for this first late model heat. On the pole in car number 16, Ron Voigt, and on the outside, car number 23, Chuck Novak. Second row pole, car number 44, Tom Peterson. On the outside, car number 5, Scott Schulte out of Coon Rapids. Third row back in car number 44, that's Robbie Hebert. On the outside of Robbie in 75, that is, let's see, double check here. Now I lost my late model page. Car number 75 is Jim England out of Isani. And they're off. Out there in the lead is Chuck Novak in car number 23. Running second, 16, Ron Voigt out of St. Cloud. Running third, Coon Rapids, is car number 5, Scott Schulte. Now Scott gets a little high on turn 2, but he holds off Tom Peterson in 44, who is right behind him. Ron Jones is out there in car number 68. He's in the back of the pack right now. Looks like he's got to get used to driving a late model, huh, DJ?
Just a little new car for him, so he just got to get used to the way it goes in the corner. I'm sure he'll be up in the front before long.
All right, your leader, car number 23, Chuck Novak. Chuck is out of Cedar, Minnesota. Running second, car number 16, that's Ron Voigt. Scott Schulte still running third. Out of Coon Rapids, Scott Schulte. Running fourth, 44, Tom Peterson out of Cambridge. And running fifth in car number 44, Robbie Hebert out of Brainerd. And Robbie now trying to get in on the inside of Tom Peterson. And he's got him. And he forces Peterson over the embankment. Again, your leader is car number 23, Chuck Novak out of Cedar, Minnesota. Ron Voigt running second. Scott Schulte running third. Tom Peterson is fourth. Or no, Robbie Hebert is fourth. And car number 75 now, that is Jim England out of Isani, is running fifth. Back in the back of the pack, we have a battle between Gary Schaefer and car number 30 out of North Branch, battling with Ron Jones in 68, and Jones passes him. Jones now running sixth. Gary Schaefer is driving that car tonight, car number 30, but that will be driven further on in the year by the owner, Jim Dehan, out of Spring Lake Park. Beautiful looking late model, car number 30. It's a blue car. Your leader is Ron Voigt out of St. Cloud. Scott Schulte running second. Now Chuck Novak was your leader. What happened to Chuck Novak in car number 23? Oh, I understand Chuck went over the side, so he's out of the race. Here comes your winner, car number 16, Ron Voigt out of St. Cloud. Scott Schulte in car number 5 is second. 44, Rob Hebert is third. 75, Jim England fourth. And 68, Ron Jones Jr. is fifth. Again, your winner, car number 16, Ron Voigt out of St. Cloud. We'll be back with the second heat right after this.
The gas situation isn't getting any better. Even though supplies are now plentiful, costs are still high. Everyone agrees that keeping your car or truck in fuel-efficient shape.
Your local JB distributor in the North Suburban area is Berg Oil Company, 6021 Northwest Highway 10 in Ramsey.
Okay, they're back out now for the second heat in the limited late model class, and here's your lineup. On the pole in car number 41 out of Anoka, Minnesota, that is Larry Zeller. On the outside of Larry in car number 4, Princeton's Dave Snow. Second row on the pole in car number 02, that is Tim Grams out of Zimmerman, Minnesota. On the outside of Tim, in car number 67, Tony Patchen out of Anoka. Third row back, Mike Perbelski in car number 87. Mike hails out of Lino Lakes. On the outside of Mike in car number 99, that's Curly Williams out of Rice, Minnesota. And in the back all by himself, a new car tonight, but he's been on this track many, many years. Real good driver. Beautiful new car for Jim Nelson out of Anoka in car 56. And they're off. We've got 3 Anoka cars out here in this one, but Dave Snow jumps into the lead. Car number 4. Larry Zeller is running second. Tony Patchen running third. Grams is running fourth. Perbelski fifth, and Nelson is sixth. Curly Williams has dropped to the back. Looks like he's got some problems there in car number 99. And your leader still, car number 4, that's Dave Snow out of Princeton. Running second. Running second is Larry Zeller in car number 41. And with me right now is Scott Schulte, late model driver number 5. Scott, good job in that heat race.
Thank you.
Looked real good out there.
Oh, it felt good. Not quite enough horsepower, but we get them next time.
All right, good luck in the feature.
Thanks, boy.
Back to the heat we're in right now. The second heat, that is Dave Snow in car number 4, your leader. Larry Zeller running second in 41 out of Anoka. Tim Grams in 02 running third. Fourth, Tony Patchen out of Anoka. And fifth, Larry Zeller out of Anoka. Beautiful new car for Larry Zeller in car number 56. That car is gorgeous. Silver and blue. Well, way out in front right now is Dave Snow in car number 4. He's got about a half lap lead now over Larry Zeller in 41. Mike Perbelski pulls it into the pits. Now Tony Patchen gets a little high, and here comes Jim Nelson to take over fourth. Your leader is still Dave Snow in car number 4, running second. Tim Grams in 02, third. Larry Zeller in 41, fifth. And 67, Tony Patchen, sixth. Or fifth in car number 56 is Jim Nelson out of Anoka. They're still under the green flag. There have been very few stoppages in these races tonight, which is good for the fans. And Dave Snow is way out in front. Greg, you've seen Dave race a lot of times. He really stands on the gas.
Yeah, he does. He's open wide up in this race.
All right, Dave Snow is your leader, and the white flag is out. One more lap to go for Dave Snow. No, here comes your winner. Checkered flag for car number 4, Dave Snow. Second, 02, Tim Graham. Third in car number 41, Larry Zeller. Fourth, 67, Tony Patchen. Fifth and 56 is Jim Nelson. So the Anoka drivers did quite well in this one, finishing in third, fourth, and fifth, the 3 Anoka cars. But your winner in car number 4, Dave Snow out of Princeton. Well, I believe now that this is intermission time, but one way or the other, whether it's intermission or the 6-cylinder feature, we'll be back with something right after this. Look! All right, we're back, and I guess it is going to be intermission time here at the Princeton Speedway. And, you know, before the races, we had a chance to talk with Scott Willis, the driver of modified car number 17. And right now, we're going to talk with Scott's mom and Pat's wife, of course, that stands to reason, Patsy Willis. And Patsy, now, you come out to the races with the boys all the time, and I understand that you are one of the, what is your title in the Wissota Racing Association? You are part of that?
Okay, I belong to the Wissota Board of Directors. I am the secretary of their organization.
All right, now, getting back to your experience in racing now, you've been coming out, I remember from North Star Speedway where I first met you and Pat. You guys have been doing this for how many years now?
It'll be 24 years this spring.
All right, and Pat, this looks like he gets better all the time.
I sure hope so.
Now, what did you think when your son Scott wanted to get into this?
I thought it'd be just fine, as long as he started in the modified class where he's running with some drivers with a little bit of experience. He helped us all our lives, all his life on our cars, so it's about time he got himself into it.
All right, do you ever get a little nervous sometimes with the boys out there?
A touch. Yeah.
Now, would it be okay, if it's not just say so, but would it be okay to talk a little bit about what happened last Friday night after the races were over with those claims? Because I understand Pat was involved in that.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened now? He was claimed by Mark Steinke, right?
That is correct.
And what all did that entail then?
Well, Mark claimed our motor. The top 4 in the points, or top 4 that finish in the feature are eligible for claim and must pull into the claiming area, and he did get claimed. So that's about all there is to it, I guess.
All right, and then what does that? He had to switch motors?
Okay, we have the option at that point in time to either take Mark's money or his motor, and Pat decided that he'd just take his motor.
All right. Is that something, now of course they all knew the rules when they came out here, we were talking about after the races. I understand that the deal that same night last Friday night with Dave Boyd claiming Ron Jones's car, I understand Ron was a little upset about it, but I guess as a lot of the people were saying, you know, they knew the rules when they came out here in the first place.
That's right, we know the rules, but the cars are so terribly competitive here. Nobody's running away with the show. That it's a good rule. It will work out, but I feel that as long as the cars are competitive, they should not be claiming.
All right, well, Patsy, thanks for taking some time out with us this evening. I understand Pat has he had a little problem there with the car in the heat race. They're over there working on it right now. What was wrong?
Well, he took transmission out of it, so we're changing transmissions and rear ends to get the right drive ratio for the car. So hopefully we'll be ready for the feature.
All right, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Okay, again, that was Patsy Willis, the wife of Pat Willis, who drives modified number 29, and of course her son Scott also running in the modified class in car number 17. And always a pleasure to talk with Patsy. We'll be back with the first 6-cylinder feature right after this.
I-10 Union 76 is a full-service station with 15% off the list price on all Union 76 tires, including free mounting and balancing. When your car stalls, call I-10 Union 76 for a tow. For tires, batteries, car accessories, and Union 76 products, it's I-10 Union 76. Plus, they have a great automatic car wash. You get a free wash with a fill-up at a full-service pump. I-10 Union 76 at the corner of Coon Rapids Boulevard and Hanson Boulevard in Coon Rapids.
Here's a healthcare tip from Two Rivers Physical Therapy Center.
What is knee joint cartilage? Or in medical terms, a knee joint meniscus. Knee joint cartilage has no blood supply. Therefore, it has no biologic ability to heal itself. Once injured, it is always injured. This is why so many athletes must elect to have knee joint surgery. If it is a significant tear, there is no other effective way to treat it.
This healthcare tip brought to you by Two Rivers Sports Orthopedic Physical Therapy Center, located in the Mercy Healthcare Center at 3960 Coon Rapids Boulevard. Call Don or Dan at 427-0032.
Remember A&B Sporting Goods for all your summertime recreational needs.
Okay, we're back out here at the Princeton Speedway, and we start the feature events this evening. I just got done talking with Tony Grams, the driver of modified car number 00, and Tony will be my guest on the pre-race or the post-race show after the races conclude this evening. So again, that'll be Tony Grams out of Zimmerman, my guest at the end of the evening. We're still waiting for Bill Riley to show up here this evening. We're running a little ahead of schedule, so Bill should be here shortly. And this is the feature event for the 6-cylinders. Looks like Larry Lenzen out of Brooklyn Park is your pole position car, along with John England. No, John's on the pole. Larry's on the outside. Second row back, car number 22, Lyle Stavas. On the outside, car number 11, Dale Myers. And again, they run all 6-cylinder cars in the feature event. We have 2, 4, 6. Here they come around turn 3 and 4 down the front straightaway, and they are up. Out there in the lead is John England in car number 78. Larry Lenzen running second. Dale Myers running third. John England hanging on to that lead in car number 78. Running second, Larry Lenzen. Dale Myers running third. Now Dale trying to get down low around the inside of Larry. Dale Myers and Larry Lenzen neck and neck. John England is still your leader. Now here comes Matt Dickinson. 3 cars abreast for second, third, and fourth. Larry Lenzen, now Matt Dickinson running third. Dale Myers running fourth. Lyle Stavas is fifth. Now Larry Lenzen goes high, and Matt Dickinson shoots into second. Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis now in second spot. It is John England, your leader. Matt Dickinson running second. Larry Lenzen running third. Dale Myers is fourth. Lyle Stavas fifth. Lee England sixth. Joe Bean running seventh. Troy Anderson running eighth. Scott Landgraf is ninth, and in 10th is car number 5. And that is Steve Thamers out of Princeton in 10th. Down the front straightaway they come. 6-cylinder action here at the Princeton Speedway. John England is still your leader in 78. John has yet to win a feature here this year, but he's got a big lead in this one. Matt Dickinson is running second. Now Larry Lenzen gets a little high. Here comes Dale Myers around the inside, and he's got him. Dale Myers now running third. Lenzen is fourth, and here comes Lee England down low on the inside. Here comes Joe Bean right up the middle of Lee England and Larry Lenzen. Joe Bean trying to make a run now. And he passes Lenzen, but he can't get around Lee England. So now the positions change again. Your leader in 78, that is John England out of Bradford, running second. In 007, Matt Dickinson running third. In car number 11, that is Dale Myers. Fourth in 76, Lee England. Fifth in car number 3, Joe Bean. Again, your leader, John England, in car number 78. And he's got a pretty big lead now. He's lapped a few of the slower cars. He is way out in front by about a half a lap, no, about a fourth of a lap. As Matt Dickinson looks pretty good too, running second in 007 as he now starts to lap the lower cars. There's Matt lapping Nancy Wheeler out of Coon Rapids. Matt is running second, running third in car number 76, Lee England. Running fourth in 27, Troy Anderson. Fifth in car number 3 is Joe Bean. Sixth in car number 22 is Lyle Stavas. Seventh in 008, Dean Becker. Running eighth in car number 71, now Larry Lenzen. And in 10th is car number 24, Dan Millerod. The white and green flags are both out right now. That means they're halfway over with this feature event. And what action we've got now. John England, your leader, spins out. And he smacks into car number 21. That's Kurt Erickson out of Cambridge, and the yellow flag is out. Our first stoppage in this race. That's pretty good, considering last week at this time in this race we probably had about 10 of them, but this is our first one, and we're halfway over. So what that will do is it'll make them reline up so the lapped cars will get to go around to the back, and that'll make it a little bit easier to broadcast this race. But Greg, tough break for John England, your leader. Yeah, I looked up and he was backwards on the first turn. I couldn't see what even happened to him. No, I didn't either. I just looked and there he was. So tough break. He must have been trying to pass one of the slower cars. Yeah, it was all bottled up back there. So now I don't know what they're going to do here as far as who's going to be leading this race now, because John England, they were talking tonight in the drivers' meeting before the races about what they were going to do to try to keep the night moving along. As far as if you're involved in an accident, they said you're going to go right to the back of the pack, which would be a tough break for John. But I don't know if that's where he's going to go. If the accident, if it's not his fault, then he won't have to go to the back. So we'll just have to see what happens. But the car is not even moving. It's just sitting there, which could mean some problems with the car. So we'll have to wait and see while they get this all straightened out. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Look, on Coon Rapids Boulevard, it's a...
Okay, we're back here during the six-cylinder feature. Now, John England, of course, his car is still sitting there on turn 4. They've got the wrecker over there. Let's talk for a moment about these England brothers. Now, there are 4 Englands that race out here at this racetrack. John England, who is the brother of Lee England in car number 76, and the cousin of Jerry England in car number 73, who is the brother of Jim England in late model car number 75. So we've got 2 brothers, and they are both cousins, and, well, you figure it out. Anyway, a lot of Englands out here at the Princeton Speedway, and they are all related, either brothers or cousins. Well, I see John's car is still sitting there. Looks like they're hooking up the wrecker, so John is out of action for the evening, it looks like. Tough break for John, and we'll be back right after this.
With summer's high temperatures coming on strong, keep your car's engine in top running shape with Justice Brothers Car Care products. If your car is new or has under 40,000 miles, available at quality automotive centers everywhere.
Your local JB distributor in the North Suburban area is Berg Oil Company, 6021 Northwest Highway 10 in Ramsey.
Okay, we're again back here at the Princeton Speedway, and they've got John England's car off the track. DJ, did you see what happened to John England at all?
Oh, not a lot of it. It's just a lot of cars out there on a small track, and have a little tipping and tapping, and on they go.
Tough break when you're leading the feature like that and you get knocked out.
Yeah, it is. These 6-cylinders, they cut to the bone, boy. They're pretty... A lot of them got a lot of evenly powered cars, and it takes one thing or another to get past the guy in front of you.
All right. Well, that's going to put Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis in 007 into the lead. And Bill Riley has just arrived. I've told you all evening that he would be joining us, and he is now here, and we'll be getting some comments from Bill, and we'll let him announce the 2 remaining features, the modifieds and the late models, as well as he can do the interview at the end of the night with Tony Grams if he'd like to. And we'll be checking in with Bill. He's getting all of his notes and things ready here, so we'll be checking with Bill here in just a few moments. Again, the cars going around the track here on their pace laps as they get relined up after that accident. Your new leader, car number 007, Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis. In second now is car number 76, Lee England, John's brother, who will be running second. Car number 27, Troy Anderson out of Zimmerman, is third. Joe Bean running fourth in car number 3. Running fifth in car number 22, Lyle Stavis. Running sixth now in car number 57. If that is correct, and it looks like it is. But I don't know if that's correct or not, but he's in that position right now. Sixth, car number 57, Michael Pearson. Michael hails out of Mora, Minnesota. And they thought they were going to get the green this time, but the red flag remains on the track. So let's see how many we got left out here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 cars. We started with 20, and we're down to 15 now. And it looks like the red lights are off now, and the green flag is out, and we're racing again here at the Princeton Speedway. Matt Dickinson is in the lead in car number 007, Matt out of St. Francis. Running second in car number 76, Lee England. 27, Troy Anderson running third. And Greg, somebody went over?
Yeah, it looked like Joe Bean. It looked like flames or something as he went over.
Well, Joe had some mechanical problems last week, and it looks like he's having more this week as he goes over on turn 2. And Larry Lenzen's hood comes up. He can't see where he's going out there in car number 71. Larry Lenzen. Greg, looks like a tough break for Larry. He's going to have to pull off.
Yeah, I don't even know if he can see very good right now.
So Larry has to pull it off the track. So Larry Lenzen and Joe Bean both out of action in this race. And well, let's see, now somebody else goes off. Who was that? Car number 57, Michael Pearson out of Mora. Boy, we got 6 cylinders all over the place. Bill, did you get a chance to check out Larry's car with the hood up?
Yeah, I don't think you can see where he was going, but fortunately got off. Nobody ran into him.
All right. We got them all over the place out here. Your leader is still Matt Dickinson in the 007. Lee England is right on his tail, folks. They're 1, 2, and 3, right on each other's bumper. Matt Dickinson, Lee England, and Troy Anderson, 1, 2, and 3. In the battle for the lead as they try to pass now on the inside, one of the slower cars. That is Mike Hegland out of Zimmerman being lapped. A little ways back and forth spot is Lyle Stavis out of Clearwater. And in 5th is 49. That's Clark Perry out of Malacca. And he's being chased by Dean Becker out of St. Francis in 008. Again, your leaders are Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis, Lee England out of Bradford, and Troy Anderson out of Zimmerman. Those are your leaders. They are still under the green flag. DJ, we've got the top 3 cars, one right after the other one, neck and neck. It's good racing out there.
Well, that's what everybody comes to see, and that's what a driver you strive for. And good, clean racing, real tight, no bumping. That's what we all like to see.
When they're running that close, what do you think decides who gets it? Is it the talent of the driver, the car? What is it?
Well, it's a combination of everything. You got to know what your car's limits are and what the guy in front of you's limits are. A lot of times, you're in 3rd place, you're looking at the 1st place car almost.
All right, we got some more action now. We got 6 cylinders all over the place, and the white flag is out for Matt Dickinson in 007. And here comes your winner, 007, Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis. Followed by, I'm going to give the numbers here, 76, 27 is 3rd, 22, Lyle is 4th, followed by 57, White, 008, 49, 5, 24. I can't see, it looks like 49, no, 42, that's 42, and 11. And let's see if anybody else is going to take the checkered flag. It doesn't look like it. Yes, here comes car number 06 to finish it off. Okay, so now we'll give you the names. Your winner, car number 007, Matt Dickinson out of St. Francis. 2nd in car number 76, John England. 3rd in 27, that was Troy Anderson out of Zimmerman. We'll be back with Bill Riley and the modified feature right after this.
Bob Ring, the Tire King, and his 4 area standard stations have done it again. Right now, when you purchase 4 radial tires for your passenger car, you'll receive absolutely free up to 40 gallons of gas. It's the tire and tank deal that'll have you rolling into a great spring. Get them today at any one of Bob Ring's 4 convenient locations at 2825 Coon Rapids Boulevard, 3025 Main in Coon Rapids, University and Osborne at Northtown, and in Fridley at the intersection of Highway 65 and Osborne Road. It's Bob Ring, the Tire King's tire and tank deal, on now through May 31st.
All right, well, I know I said Bill Riley would be back with the modified feature, but Bill is going to do the late model feature for us. And you're just going to be stuck with me for the modified feature. And they're on the track right now. It looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 modifieds out on the track. And here is your lineup. First row pole in car number 00, the gentleman we'll be talking to on our post-race show, Tony Grams out of Zimmerman, Minnesota, in a beautiful white car number 00. On the outside in 08, that's Mark Stanke out of Bethel. Second row pole in car number 29, Pat Willis. On the outside in car number 1, that's Jay Anderson out of Princeton. Third row back in car number 48, Danny Thorsbakken. And on the outside in car number 21, that's John Sina out of Zimmerman. Next row back in car number 11, Tom Farabend out of Brainerd. On the outside of Tom in car number 60, Brian Buckingham. Next row back, we have 27, Hank Simon. 57, which is Dave Stork out of Morris. 71, Dave Voigt. And 23, that's Bill Greeley out of Zimmerman. And that is your lineup. 12 cars in this modified feature. It looks like it's going to be a dandy. DJ, what do you think? Danny Thorsbachen, who looked real good in his heat race, is starting this one from third row pole. You think we're going to see him up in front before too long or not?
Chances are pretty good. Track really held up good tonight. There's going to be definitely 2 grooves, so it's going to be a lot of racing and should be a good show for the fans.
All right, sounds good. And we are just about ready to start this feature event in the modified class. We have 12 cars, and they're out there lapping the track, looking real good, getting the lineup straight. A beautiful field of modifieds this evening, as always, here at the Princeton Speedway. The wonderful Wild and Woolly with Soda Modifieds, and here they come. They're off. Shooting on the lead is Mark Stanky of Bethel in car number 08. Tony Graham's running second. Jay Anderson running third. Pat Willis is running fourth. John Seiner running fifth. Danny Thorsbachen running sixth. Hank Simon is seventh. Tom Farabend is eighth. And now Jay Anderson gets a little high on turn 2. And John Seiner moves in to try to battle for fourth place. Your leader, Mark Stanky out of Bethel, Minnesota in car number 08. Running second, Tim Graham's in 00. And now Pat Willis shooting low on the inside in car number 29. Pat Willis now running second. Beautiful move there by Pat, Bill.
Yeah, he went right by him on the inside. Really blew him away that time.
So Pat Willis is now in second. Tony Graham's, who will be our guest after the race, is running third. Jay Anderson running fourth. Now Jay tries to get low on Tony Graham's, and he shoots in the third spot. Jay Anderson now running third. Graham's is fourth. John Seiner fifth. Tom Farabend is running sixth. Hank Simon running seventh. Danny Thorsbachen is back a ways. He looks like he's having some problems tonight. In car number 48, now we have an accident. DJ.
Number 21, John Seiner from Zimmerman and Tom Farabend from Brainerd got together and went off the end of the track in turn 4.
What did it? I didn't see it. Did it look pretty bad?
Oh, they were bouncing around. Looked like they might have been hooked together a little bit, and they both went right together.
All right, so that's going to bring out a red flag. Tom Farabend and John Seiner, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, and they're over there on turn 4 off of the track, and that's going to bring out the red flag, so we'll be back right after this. Well, they've waved off the tow truck. Now, Tom Farabend is back on the track, but we are still waiting for John Seiner's car number 21. He's still sitting over there. But they have waved off the tow truck, so evidently John thinks he can get it running, but we can't see his car yet. We're just sitting here watching over there on turn 4 for John to come back on the track. But that's always a good thing when, you know, with the amount of money they've got tied up in these race cars, you don't want to see them really have any serious accidents. It's a good thing to see both cars coming back onto the track for this race. Again, we're under the yellow flag. Now, DJ, what do you think is the problem now? We were expecting some good things out of Danny Thorsbachen, and he's having some problems out there.
Well, you got me. It could be just about anything. Maybe a wrong adjustment on the car or just different track conditions, but he's definitely not doing what we thought he would.
All right, so I guess that means sometimes you can't second guess in these races.
Oh, yeah. Hey, when you think you got them, that's when they beat you.
All right. Now John Seiner is back on the track, but he's facing the wrong way, and he's right in front of the flagman's booth, and he's having some words with the officials. Now he turns the car around. He looks a little upset, Bill.
Yeah, he does. I think he's a little mad. That move reminded me of Rockford. Rockford, that's
it's the old Jim Rockford spin out.
Yeah, he's just spin around, and there is. No, he doesn't look like he's too happy. I think they're going to put him at the back of the pack right now.
I guess that would mean that the accident was his fault.
Well, it appears that way. As I'm watching, though, he's not at the back, so I really don't know what's going on right now.
Hard to say. But I see Tom Farabend is definitely up there in fifth spot, where he was before the accident, so I guess he has no intentions of moving back either. Here they come for the green, and they're off. Pat Willis. Oh, a beautiful move, Bill.
Went right by him on the inside. Pat seems to have a lot more powerful car. That was on a straightaway, too.
He just flew right past him. Pat Willis is now your leader. Mark Steinke running second. Jay Anderson running third. And now Tim Graham spins out. Whoa! Oh, Tim Graham's lost it in turn 2, and they all got around him. That's going to bring out the yellow flag. Tim will have to go to the back of the pack, I'm sure, because nobody touched him. He just spun out all by himself. And they were talking in the officials meeting before the races. If you cause an accident, you are automatically going to the back of the pack. So Tim's going to have to head to the Tony Grahams is going to have to head to the back of the pack in car number 00. He spun it out on turn 2. Tough break for Tony Grahams in his first year of modified racing. So that brings out another red flag, and we'll be back right after this.
Good physical exercise is so important to your all-around health, but do it wisely and in moderation. This healthy tip is brought to you by Coon Rapids Chiropractic Office at 330 Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids, across from Northdale Junior High. They specialize in sports-related injuries, auto and work-related injuries. For an appointment, call Dr. James Brandt at 755-4300 at the Coon Rapids Chiropractic Office in Coon Rapids. Coon Rapids Medical Center, a division of Comprehensive Medical Care PA, is a multi-specialty facility with over 50 physicians and healthcare professionals to serve you. Coon Rapids Medical Center offers extended care service, open Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and Saturdays till noon. That's a big help for working mothers and anyone else who has trouble scheduling medical appointments during the day. Coon Rapids Medical Center, caring for the community and serving fee-for-service, insured and MedCenter's health plan. Other affiliated locations in this area are Champlin Medical Center, Ramsey Medical Center, and St. Michael Medical Center.
And they're off again. And we were correct. Tony Grahams does have to move to the back of the pack, and that's where he is right now. Your leader, car number 29, Pat Willis, looking real good. Mark Steinke running second in car number 08. Now Jay Anderson, and he can't do it. Jay Anderson in car number 1 tried to get down low on Mark Steinke, but he couldn't do it. And Tom Farabend is on the outside of Jay Anderson, trying to get him around the outside. We got a good battle for second spot between Steinke, Farabend, and Anderson. Jay Anderson in car number 1 is holding off Tom Farabend, but Tom is a tough one. This will be interesting. Down the front straightaway now, Jay pulls away. And now he tries to take over what he was doing before. Trying to catch your second place car, Mark Steinke in car number 08. The green and white flags are out. That means halfway here, and Pat Willis is your leader. He's got about a quarter lap lead now over Mark Steinke. Pat Willis out of Elk River standing on the gas, leading in this feature race. Mark Steinke out of Bethel is second. Jay Anderson running third. Tom Farabend is fourth. Hank Simon running fifth. Dave Voigt is sixth. John Sina has now moved back up to seventh. Danny Thorsbachen running eighth. Brian Buckingham is in ninth. And car number 57, that is Dave Stork out of Minneapolis, is in 10th. Now John Sina gets a little sideways, and he drops a couple spots. Pat Willis way out in front in car number 29. Mark Steinke running second. Jay Anderson running third. Now Danny Thorsbachen is trying to go around the outside of Dave Voigt in car number 71 in that battle for sixth. Again, your leader in car number 29, that's Pat Willis out of Elk River. Mark Steinke holding on to second. Jay Anderson looking real good in third. And John Sina has now gone over in car number 21, and he's not coming back on. So Tony Grahams now moves into 10th. Your leader in car number 29, that is Pat Willis out of Elk River. Mark Stanky running second. Jay Anderson is running third. Now Tom Farabend is in fourth, and he tries to go high on Jay Anderson, but no. Jay closes the door. Now Danny Thorsbachen moves around the outside of Dave Boyd in 71. Tom Farabend in car number 11 has hit the wall and knocked out Mark Sankey in car number 08 on the front straightaway. Now, I don't know where Farabend's car is. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. He's still running. DJ, did you see that? I see Mark Sankey has slowed down. Was he involved in that?
I think they both got together a little bit. I didn't see a whole lot, but Sparks, close racing out here. We'll mention one thing. There is a nice cushion on this track, and the sprint cars would eat it up if they're out here. And Danny Thorsbachen and a couple other guys are using that to advantage if they got enough race left to use it, but they are coming ahead with the cushion.
Now, Mark Stanky was running a real tight second spot, and this is a tough break for him.
Oh, yeah, Mark. He's got a tough break just about every week. The guy's got more hard luck than anybody I know.
All right. So we're going to see if they can get Mark Stanky's car going. Bill, did you see any of that?
No, I didn't. It looked like he was off the wall, but I didn't actually see it happen. I don't know if somebody else ran into him or if he just lost it.
Well, I heard somebody say Tom Farabend hit the wall. Of course, Tom's driving car number 11, but he's still running, but Mark Stanky's not running now.
Well, I saw Farabend hit the wall, and it was back over coming out of corner 4, and he hit it really hard. In fact, it looked like his entire front end was off the ground for a second. But he's back out on the track and still running. I didn't see this other one happen, though, so I don't know.
It's hard to say, but now they're pulling Danny Thorsbachen off the track in car number 48, and John... Oh, wait, who's that they're pulling in? No, that's Mark Stanky, okay. And John Sina has just pulled into the pits. So we're down to 9 cars now, so they're all going to get some points here tonight. 9 of them left. And here they come. They're off. Your leader in car number 29, Pat Willis out of Elk River. Running second in car number 1, Jay Anderson. And now Hank Simon is running third, and Tom Farabend trying to get down low around the inside of Hank. The white flag is out. Hank Simon hanging on to third. Danny Thorsbachen has moved up to fifth. But they're on the last lap, and here comes your winner, 29, Pat Willis. Here's the numbers. Second, car number 1. Third, 27, 11, 48, 71, 60, 57, and 00. Okay, again, your winner, car number 29, Pat Willis out of Elk River, followed by Jay Anderson, Hank Simon, Tom Farabend, Danny Thorsbachen, Dave Boyd, Brian Buckingham, Dave Stork, and Tony Graham. We'll be back with the late model feature right after this.
Look, on Coon Rapids Boulevard, it's the sheep sharing his shekels, the camel caravan of cash, no way! Moneyman!
Moneyman here at Rapid Sports Center in Coon Rapids Boulevard in front of Target, where we have the do-re-mi for those who don't have a lot of dough.
We're singing your song, bikers. More bikes, more selection, more room, more for your money. It's the Rapid Sports Center Grand Opening Celebration. A grand selection of bikes, the largest in the 7-county metro area. Hondas by the hundreds. Celebration prices of 50% off on new 1981, 82, and 83 Hondas in stock. Complete financing available. We're bigger and better than ever with a new expanded showroom and service facility, which means a choice selection of choice bikes at choice Grand Opening Celebration prices. We've got the wheels, we've got the deals, and we're wheeling and dealing. So wheel on over and deal us down. We're easy. We're celebrating. Rapid Sports Center at Coon Rapids Boulevard in front of Target. We're bigger. We're better. That means more bike for your buck.
Okay, we're back, and it's time now for the late model feature, and I'm going to turn this one over to Bill Riley. Bill?
Thank you, Mark. Late model feature is coming up right now. The cars are getting warmed up, getting ready to get on the track. So, Mark, how's the track been running tonight? Being that I got here late, is it pretty dry like it was last week?
Well, it's dry, but it's not quite as bad as last week. There is a definite cushion on the outside of the track where a lot of the drivers are putting their rear wheels into it so they can get a little bite. Now, Bill, one thing I'm going to have you read off of my notes here, because you have to remember that Ron Jones Jr. is back this week, and he's driving car number... Oh, you've got that. Okay, he's ahead of me here in car number 68. What do you think we can expect out of Ron?
Well, I really don't know. Last week he won, and there was a big controversy with the claimed engine and all that. But in my opinion, and I think it was yours also, it wasn't so much the engine as the driving skills, the one that raced for Ron. So I think we're just going to have to wait and see if he has the same skills. He should be able to take this one too.
Well, Bill, you weren't here for his first heat race tonight, but it looked like Ron was having a little trouble getting adjusted to the new car, of course, and he came in 5th in the heat race. Of course, these late models are a lot bigger than the modifieds, and I gotta believe that affects how easy it is to pass in this class.
Yeah, it would seem like it to me too. They are, for those, those of you who haven't been here before and haven't seen this, the late models are a lot bigger, a lot longer and wider than the modified cars, the late model sportsmen's are. So I suppose it would take some adjustment to get used to driving one of those after all the times in a modified.
All right, we have another new car in this class tonight too, and that's car number 30, and that is normally going to be driven by its owner, Jim Dehan. Now, Jim's out of Spring Lake Park, and he's been running for a long time. I remember Jim from the North Star Speedway, but I saw tonight his hand was all taped up. Looks like he had kind of an accident, so that car is going to be driven tonight by another very well-known late model driver. He's been running for many, many years. Normally he drives his own car number 53, but I guess that's not running this year. I'm talking about Gary Schaefer out of North Branch. He's driving car number 30 tonight.
Yeah, I've never seen Gary drive before, but as you said, he is driving number 30, and you said you remembered him from before?
North Star Speedway, and of course, Gary has been out here the last 2 years in the late model class as well, and he always does a real good job. Well, it looks like they're not moving him out on the track here just yet. I'm not sure what the problem is, so while we find out, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Summer is here, and it will be a long, hot season for both you and your car's engine. Keep both parties cool by using JB Oil Treatment Concentrate and JB Radiator Cool. JB Oil Treatment Concentrate makes engines run smoother and quieter by reducing engine wear and freeing hydraulic lifters, rings, and valves. It also reduces oil consumption and stops exhaust smoke. JB Radiator Cool is a must for air-conditioned cars. It lubricates the water pump, helps stop engine overheating, and mixes with all types of antifreeze. JB Radiator Cool provides instant action radiator and engine coolant. Look for and purchase JB Oil Treatment Concentrate and JB Radiator Cool. Both products will help make your summer more comfortable and trouble-free. Two more fine Justice Brothers car care products, JB Oil Treatment Concentrate and JB Radiator Cool. Available at quality automotive centers everywhere.
Your local JB distributor in the north suburban area is Berg Oil Company, 6021 Northwest Highway 10 in Ramsey.
All right, we're ready now for the late model sportsman's class. We'll get your lineup to you here in just a second as soon as I can get it. And row number 1 on the inside is... Can you see that for me, Mark?
Yeah, that's Larry Zeller in car number 41 out of Anoka.
Okay, car number 41, that's Larry Zeller, as Mark said, out of Anoka.
Okay, I'll give you the lineup. On the outside of Larry in car number 23, that's Chuck Novak. Out of seat, no, wait a minute, no, that's 67, Tony Patchen. Okay, second row pole, 56, Jim Nelson out of Anoka. On the outside of Jim in car number 5, Scott Schulte in the stand on the gas pizza flame car out of Coon Rapids. And I don't think I'm going to have time to give you any more. Bill, I think they're ready to go.
Yes, they are, and now they're off. And taking the lead right off the bat is number 67. That's Tony Patchen out of Anoka, second place. And running third is number 5, Scott Schulte of Coon Rapids, and we've got the yellow flag out already. We've got the yellow flag out already here. Now, Mark, that was on the first lap. Are they going to restart this, or?
Yeah, that causes a complete restart. Okay, we've just received a report. We saw a bunch of drivers standing around over there by Pat Willis's pit after that feature. We thought maybe we had another claim going on, but I guess the new thing, the new rule out here is after the modified feature, the top 5 cars all have to park over here and leave their engines running in case someone wants to claim them. And that's all they were doing, and no one made a claim, so that ends that. Okay, that means a complete restart, so I'll give you the lineup again. Larry Zeller in car number 41 out of Anoka, first row pole. And on the outside in 67, that's Tony Patchen out of Anoka. Second row pole in car number 44, blue, that's Rob Hebert. On the outside of Rob in car number 5, that's Scott Schulte. Third row back in 75 is Jim England. On the outside of Jim in car number 02, that's Tim Graham. Fourth row pole in car number 4, Dave Snow. On the outside in car number 68, that of course driven again tonight by Ron Jones Jr. out of Zimmerman. And next row back we have Mike Probelski. Curly Williams is back there. There's Gary Schaefer in car number 30. Car number 23, Chuck Novak. And 44, Tom Peterson. So we've got 15 late models out there for the feature. And now Rob Hebert has moved up into the third row. He wants to, and they're going to let him. He'll be in third row pole, and that moves Jim England back. Okay, Bill.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get at least one more lap here on the yellow. Have to excuse me tonight. We have a couple of newer cars out here, well, at least ones that I don't remember seeing from last week. One is Larry Zeller out of Anoka, number 41. White car with the light numbers. So I'm having some trouble with the numbers there. Thanks to Mark for picking those out for me.
Well, you better get his number right because he's out of Anoka. I'm sure he tunes us in.
I'm sure it does. So we'll make sure we get Larry straight tonight. Wish him luck as we do all the rest of the drivers. Hope they do okay. And we do have 14 cars left.
Bill, I don't know what that is. Look, the fire truck has headed out onto the track. Now, I don't know what the problem is. Oh, okay. Greg, you got an explanation for that?
Yeah, I guess it's what we heard last year is occasionally they get calls to go service outside, you know, in the area of Princeton, so they have to, you know, go serve the public.
So they have to leave the track for a while.
That's right. It's nothing to do with the track.
So we'll have to hope we don't need them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Bill.
Yeah, thankfully, my hair's still standing up. I thought we had a problem on the track. I'm looking around and don't see anything.
Well, they look pretty good. Coming out of, oh, now they're bringing out the yellow again.
Yeah, they have the yellow flag out again. We're going to do at least one more lap here on the yellow.
See, we got two Anoka drivers there in the front row, Larry Zeller and Tony Patchen, and a Coon Ramp, and also, well, the whole first two rows. We've got Jim Nelson out of Anoka, second row pole, and Coon Rapids is Scott Schulte on the outside. The first four cars are all from the North Suburban area, Bill.
Yeah, right from our local North Suburban area. To all these drivers and their families, tune in tomorrow morning, or, well, actually, it'll be today when you're hearing it. And now we're back off again. And jumping in the lead right away is number 67, Tony Patchen.
Oh, God, look at it. Oh! And we're going to have a mess here, folks. We've got about 10 late models that all got racked up on turn 2. Oh, they're all over the place. There's about 10 of them. Larry Zeller spun out in car number 41, and they all started smacking into him. Bill, look at that pileup. Unbelievable.
I just really hope no one, sir. We have a whole bunch of cars. You saw how that started. I missed it. I was watching the lead car. How did that start, Mark?
As I said, Larry Zeller out of Anoka has got a little sideways, and somebody behind him, I didn't see who. Number who? There is no car number 2. Oh, 02, looks like Tim Graham's got mixed up with Larry, and they got sideways, and they blocked off the whole track, and then they had nowhere to go, and they all smacked into him. So we got about 10 late models all bashed up together over there on turn 2. This could be a little tricky. So while we get this all straightened out, and this could take a while, we'll be back right after this.
Bob Ring, the Tire King, and his 4 area.
Okay, we're back. Bill, I see Dave Snow's car number 4 looks pretty beat.
Yeah, it looked like he had a part of the front end peeled off on it, the left front side. It's kind of hard to tell from where we're at, but it doesn't look too good.
But they are moving the cars around. Now, let's see if we can get a report on any cars that are knocked out of this because of this accident. I see that, let's check on our North Suburban cars. It looks like Jim Nelson is okay. Tony Patchen is okay. Scott Schulte looks all right. I can't see Larry Zeller yet. And Curly Williams is still sitting over there. So Curly Williams and Larry Zeller. Now Chuck Novak's car. Now Chuck was not involved in that accident, but he's been over here on the back straightaway changing a tire, which is perfectly legal if the red flag comes out. So they're changing a tire on Chuck Novak's car. Now, as I said before, I do not see Larry Zeller's car number 41. I don't even see it over there, but I guess he's still over there on turn 2. I can see Curly Williams in the Budweiser Special, but I don't see Larry Zeller. And I'm looking over here at his pit. He's not there either, so I don't know where that car went. Looks like Larry Zeller's car just vanished, Bill.
Yeah, well, Mark, I'm really curious to see how they're going to restart this because, you know, it's up to the officials to decide who caused what, which cars are going to go where. This is going to be really fun to see how they get these guys lined back up again.
Yeah, and especially since Now, I can't remember. Did this happen on the first lap, or was it the second lap?
Yeah, I think this was the second lap after the restart that this happened, so I'm sure it's not going to go back just to the original start. And I'm just curious to see how they're going to run this.
All right. Well, I don't see Larry Zeller. Oh, there's Larry. Okay, his front end looks a little dented, but other than that, he looks okay, Bill. Bill, Larry Zeller's car there looks like the front end's a little smashed, but other than that, he looks okay.
Yeah, from where we're at anyway, the damage looks really minimal. Just a little bit up in the front, but nothing seems to be touching the wheels or anything, and he's back out on the track now.
Yeah, his hood's a little puffy there in the white car number 41. It looks like he did hit somebody, but other than that, he's out there running, so I guess he's going to go for it. Now, Curly Williams in car number 99 has been pulled off the track, so he must have got involved in it rather badly. And Dave Snow's car looks pretty bad, but he's still running out there. He's got no siding on the front there, so he kind of looks like a modified.
Yeah, Dave's got the front clip and about half the driver's door tore off his car, but he's still out on the track, so it looks like he's going to run.
Oh, they don't mind. That's just a little air conditioning for him.
Hey, there's a little more wind in there, you know, keeps him fresh.
Okay, Bill, back to you.
All right, looks like we're going to get a restart, and we do. They're off again. And jumping in the lead right away is 67. That's Tony Patchen out of Anoka. Running second is number 5, Scott Schulte of Coon Rapids. Third is 56, and that's Jim Nelson out of Anoka. And that's where ours come around. Oh, a couple cars loose, and he takes him. Number 56, Jim Nelson out of Anoka is trying, and he does it. He moves into second, passing number 5, Scott Schulte. Still first is number 67. That's Tony Patchen out of Anoka. Patchen out of Anoka is running first. Second is 56. Is that correct? Do I have this number right? Yes, it is. 56, Jim Nelson out of Anoka. And third is number 5, Scott Schulte out of Coon Rapids. Whoa, scratch that. Schulte has fallen way back.
Now, Bill, we see Ron Jones in car number 68 running fourth. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he is, especially since you were telling me before, Mark, when I got here, that this is one of Ron's first times in the late model sportsman. Still first, 67, Tony Patchen out of Anoka.
DJ, a comment on Ron Jones?
Yeah, he's working a cushion. That cushion's the best road here I've seen in the last couple of years. There's actually a little curve there. They like to stick their right wheel up against. They can get more power on without the car spinning out. Better traction.
Okay, Bill.
Okay, your leader right now is 67. Where am I? Tony Patchen. Running second is number 02, Tim Brams. But Jones is trying to take him out on the outside. That's Ron Jones. He's driving number 68 tonight, and Jones has him. Pulls in a second, and we've got another yellow flag. A car off the track in corner number 4. It's number 16, Ron Voigt, out of St. Cloud. And Ron apparently lost it. Did you see what happened, Mark? I was watching the leaders.
No, I didn't. DJ, how about you?
Looks like he might have broke a tie rod or something. I think his wheels are pointing two different directions, I think, what I've seen.
All right, tough break for Ron Voigt, and that brings out the yellow. We'll be back right after this.
Here's a healthcare tip from Two Rivers Physical Therapy Center.
What is meant when a physician says you have chondromalacia of...
Tip brought to you by Two Rivers Sports Orthopedic Physical Therapy Center, located in the Mercy Healthcare Center at 3960 Coon Rapids Boulevard. Call Don or Dan at 427-0032.
Okay, Bill, they're still over there working on Ron Voigt's car. Now, before we get back to Bill Riley, Greg, you had a comment on Ron Jones and that car he's driving tonight.
Yeah, he's looking really hot. It's a really good car to begin with, but he's driving it really good. He was into second place, but since the accident happened, unfortunately, he's got to go back to third because they go back to the lap before, so it's a tough break for him.
All right, so Ron Jones will have to go back to third place, but the way he's been running, I don't think it'll take him long to get back up in front. What do you think?
Well, not at all, even though the track's really hard now. You can see the black of the tires just rubbing off, but everybody seems to have adjusted really well.
Again, I would like to comment on how well the drivers from the North Suburban area are doing in this late model class. We've got one out in first place. That's Tony Patchen out of Anoka. Fourth is Jim Nelson out of Anoka. And fifth in car number 5 is Scott Schulte out of Coon Rapids. They're all looking real good, those North Suburban drivers, Bill.
Yeah, they are. Right now it's, 1, 4, and 5?
1, 4, and 5, yep.
Yeah, that's right. They seem to be doing pretty good tonight, especially compared to last week. Number 5, Scott Schulte. I don't know if he was having some problems or what, but he didn't finish too high last week. He is 5th now. Still within striking range.
All right, it looks like they're going to let him go again here, Bill, so I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, it looks like they're going, coming out of corner 4, and we have the green flag. They're racing again. Oh, and we've got an accident right in the wall, right off the start.
Looks like Jim Nelson out of Anoka. He went head-on into that wall. Greg, you got a good look at that one.
Yeah, he was going around the turn. He got shoved sideways. His car went sideways, and he got pushed head-on into the concrete wall.
And that's his first night out. A beautiful new car for Jim Nelson, and it looks like some pretty bad damage there.
Yeah, he's paying dearly for that one.
Tough break for Jim Nelson. He was running so well. I believe he was running in fourth, right ahead of Scott Schulte in car number 5 out of Coon Rapids. Now, I don't know how he got shoved into the wall there, but boy, the damage on the front end of Jim's car, tough break. First night out with that one.
Yeah, and it's really too bad, too. I'm sure Jim's done for the night.
Okay, Bill, it looks like they got Jim Nelson's car off the track. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, it does. The front end's really fast. I don't think Jim's going to be running again. Coming out of corner 4, and we've got the green flag. We're racing again. And into the lead is number 67. That's Tony Patchen out of Anoka. And Ron Jones is trying to take second, and he does. He's got second. Jones is going for first. Jones is trying to get him on the outside for first. Oh, and they're both off the track.
I don't believe it, Bill. Ron Jones in car number 68 was trying to get around the outside of Tony Patchen, and Tony just kind of smacked into him and sent them both over the wall, and Ron Jones is out of his car. He's over there yelling at Patchen. This could be a fist fight.
It is. Well, Jones had him on the outside, and Patchen ran right into him. I don't know if he just lost control or what, but Jones is obviously very angry. He had him. He was passing him on the outside. Patchen ran right into him. Both of them are off the track. We've got another yellow flag.
Well, there's no mistaking on that one, and it's not, we're just stating the facts, but that was clearly, Tony Patchen did clearly hit Ron Jones trying to pass him around the outside, so that would definitely put Tony Patchen to the back of the pack. Ron Jones, of course, if his car is still running, would move back up to where he was.
Yeah, after something like this, I don't even know if Ron Jones' car is going to be running, and Ron is really mad. He just threw his helmet over there, and just from the looks of it, I don't think he's going to be back out, not if he's this upset.
Well, I can imagine. Now they're bringing the ambulance over, and I'm sure that that's not for Jones because he was out of his car, so maybe Patchen is injured.
Well, you certainly hope not. The accident was Patchen's fault, but you don't want anybody to get hurt, no matter what happens out here.
Because Ron Jones, of course, when they took the green, was running in third, and around the very first turn, he moved into second, and down the back straightaway, he tried to go around the outside of Patchen, and then they headed into turn 3 and 4, and that's where the problem started.
Yeah, as soon as they got the green flag, Ron really jumped down on it, and he just went from third into second right off the bat before they even got out of corner number 1. And coming out of 2 and going down the back straight, he was taking him for first, and then they got that accident in corner 3, in between 3 and 4.
All right, I don't know what else we can say, folks. The ambulance is over there. It does not look good. However, we all agree we did see Ron Jones get out of the car?
Yes, he did.
All right, so I doubt if that ambulance is for him. So we're just going to have to wait and see if they put Tony Patchen in there or not.
Like I said again, you certainly hope not. We know it's not Ron Jones, or if it is, it's certainly something that we couldn't tell because he got out of the car in a hurry. Ron Jones did, but nobody's seen Tony Patchen yet. He's not out of his car. We hope he's not hurt. Just have to wait and find out.
All right, and folks, we're going to try to get this all straightened out. A tough break for both drivers, and we'll try to find out all the details and get back right after this. Okay, Bill, we're back, and we have another update. Ron Jones is back out on the track in car number 68, and it looks pretty good, so the ambulance is still over there. It's got to be Tony Patchen they're looking at.
Yeah, it has to be because Ron Jones is back on the track now. This is really funny. We see Ron Jones go flying off the side. He's really upset. We're all speculating about how much damage is onto his car. And he pulls out on the track, and it's got a little bit of a bent fender, and that's about it. He looks like he's ready to run again.
Yeah, no damage there to Dick Collins' car number 68, driven tonight by Ron Jones Jr., and he is looking real good. Looks like Ron is pulling up front, and that's the way it should be. That wreck was obviously not Ron's fault, so he should move back into first. However, the concern right now is Tony Patchen out of Anoka, one of our fine North Suburban drivers, and again, Bill, we talk a lot of times about these accidents out here. As we mentioned, that one was clearly Tony running into Ron, but, when the track gets this slick, I'm sure that was not intentional. It just happened. They got together.
Yeah, from what I could see, and just, this is all just speculation because, of course, we have no way of knowing, but it looked like he just got a little loose, and it's like you said, the dirt gets hard packed, it becomes slippery. He just got a little loose in the turn, and it slid out, and unfortunately, Ron happened to be on the other side of him, so when he slid out, he slid right into him.
All right, so again, the ambulance is over there. We can't really see too much about it from our vantage point. So while we get this all sorted out, we'll take a break and be back right after this.
Bob Ring, the tire.
All right, right, Bill, we're back, and I see they are now bringing Tony Patchen's car number 67 on the wrecker over the track, and the ambulance lights have gone off, and it's pulling back into the infield, so obviously Tony was not injured.
Yeah, that's a good sign. The lights aren't on and they're not going anywhere, so obviously if there was anything wrong with him, it was just, something really minor, which is good. You don't want anybody to get hurt.
That's right.
And, well, good for him. I'm glad nobody got injured in that. They're getting ready to tow the car up over. We'd like to tell you what it looks like, what happened to it, but we can't see it yet.
No, the tow truck is facing us head on, and we can see that it does have Tony's car on it, but we can't see any damage just yet. Looking over the rest of the field now, we look back at who's where. Ron Jones will move back into first place. Tim Grams in car number 02 will be in second. Scott Schulte out of Coon Rapids is running third. Real good race tonight for Scott. Robbie Hebert is running fourth. In fifth is Dave Snow. Sixth is Mike Probelski. Seventh, Jim England. Eighth is Tom Peterson. And that's the only thing we can see. There are other cars out there, but they're kind of mingling around. We see Larry Zeller on the track, Chuck Novak, and also Gary Schaefer. Now, DJ, did you get a good look at what happened over there?
Well, it looks like something got crossed up, and they got to get their wheels together and started bouncing over wheels, and it took them both right off the top of the corner.
Now, Ron's car, 68, looks okay. Could you see any damage with Tony's car?
Tony hurt his hand up pretty good. He's got bleeding, and I don't know if he got caught in the steering wheel or got banged on some sheet metal, but they were bouncing pretty good there. It's hard to keep the hands out of the center of the steering wheel.
Okay, so I guess Tony's out for the race, huh?
Yeah, I would say he's got it all bandaged up. All you can see is his thumb.
All right, tough break for Tony Patchen. And now we can see the front end of the car, and there is definitely some damage to the front right side of that car number 67. And now they've moved Tim Grams back into first place. Ron Jones running second. I don't know why. DJ, any explanation for that?
I couldn't tell you right now. I didn't really see, but I think Jones did get taken out with Tony Patchen coming up and knocking him off the top. So that'd be the only thing I could see, unless they're going a lap back or something.
Bill.
Yeah, talking to Greg back here, and he brought this up, and I think this is what it is, too, is that the lap before, he was in third. When that lap started, they didn't finish the next lap, so you go back to the previous one. Well, the car that was in second is the driver that was injured, and he's out of the race, so that would naturally move Jones up into second.
So that's where he's at.
That's the only thing the reason I can see that's where he is right now is placed in second, so I think that's what it has to be.
All right. Bill, back to you.
Up and no, we have the yellow flag out again. Thought we were going to get a restart, folks, but no. They're going to run him around at least one more lap on the yellow.
Damage there to Patchen front end.
Kind of bent. Yeah, it does. Patchen's car looks like it's a little bent up in the front end.
And they've pulled Tony Patchen's car into the pits. Bill?
And we're back into the green. Taking the lead right off the bat is Tim Grams out of Zimmerman with Ron Jones and Zimmerman right behind him. A battle for first and second. Third is number 44, Blue. That's Rod Hebert. And here they come out of turn number 4. It's number 02, Tim Grams in first. And Ron Jones of Zimmerman, number 68, really battling him for second. Jones is trying to take him on the outside. They're coming out of corner 2, and Jones has got him. Jones moves into first place. Your leader is Ron Jones out of Zimmerman, number 68. Second is 02, Tim Grams out of Zimmerman also. Third is Blue 44, Rod Hebert. And fourth is number 87. That's Mike Probelski. Running first is Ron Jones out of Zimmerman, and Ron is really opening up a lead.
I'll tell you, Bill, he's doing the same thing he did last week. He's standing on the gas.
Yeah, first is Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. Second, Tim Grams also of Zimmerman, but Ron has at least a 4 car length lead on him already. He's really opening it up. Running third is number 87 now. 87's moved in the lead. That's Mike Probelski of Lino Lakes. Fourth is number 4, Dave Snow of Princeton. Fifth is Blue 44, Rod Hebert. And sixth is... I can't see that right now. That's number 75, Jim England out of Isani. Your leader, and opening up a bigger lead every time he comes around the front. Number 16, Ron Jones of Zimmerman. Running second is Tim Grams, also of Zimmerman. He's number 02. Third is number 87. That's Mike Probelski of Lino Lakes. Well, Mark, I just can't get over this. Every time we come out here and watch Ron Jones race, he just is really beating the other drivers.
Yeah, he is one of those experienced, and it's just a natural talent. Bill, I've heard a lot of people out here at the track talk about it. He's just got a gift. It's a natural talent. He is tough to beat.
Yeah. Boy, you can say that again. Ron Jones out of Zimmerman, number 68 is the leader, and he has at least a 6-car length lead over the second place car, which currently is Tim Graham's out of Zimmerman also.
Bill, I'll tell you another interesting thing about Ron. He's been racing for about 6 or 7 years, and he's my age. Same age as I am.
And he's already been racing for 6 or 7 years.
Oh, yeah, he got into it when he was 16.
Woo! Boy, now it takes some natural talent to do this. And he's obviously showing it tonight. Your leader, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. In number 68, second place is 02, Tim Graham. Yeah, we have a car out here. It seems to be burning a lot of oil. That's number 30, Gary Schaefer out of North Branch. And Gary, burning some oil or something. He's smoking very badly. And your leader, once again, number 68, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. Ron's almost caught up to the back of the pack already. He's going to be lapping people in a second. Second place, way behind, about at least 8 car lengths right now, is 02, Tim Graham, also of Zimmerman. And running third, and I moved up when I wasn't watching, is number 4, Dave Snow. Dave involved in that accident right after the start of the race. He's back up and into third place. Right now, your leader, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. Running second still, number 02, Tim Graham. And number third, running third is number 4, Dave Snow. Dave out of Princeton. First 2 cars out of Zimmerman tonight. They must have a monopoly on this.
Well, Bill, a lot of the drivers that run out here come from Zimmerman. It's a real good racing. Little dirt in my voice there. Real good racing town, and there's quite a few of them out here.
And they're starting to lap some of the slower cars now, Mark. Your leader is 68, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. Running second is 02, Tim Graham's also out of Zimmerman. Third is number 4, Dave Snow. Now that's got to be a real good feeling for Dave because he got in that big accident on the very first lap.
Well, Dave is from Princeton. He's a real big favorite out here at this racetrack and a very, very talented driver. And the white flag is out.
Yes, they have a white flag out. 1 lap to go. Your leader, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. And unless something happens, looks like Ron's going to win it because he's got a big lead. The second place car is Tim Graham's also of Zimmerman. And running third is number 4, Dave Snow. After that, we're sorry, but there's been so many lap cars, it's really hard to keep track. Here comes the checkered flag, and your winner is number 68, Ron Jones of Zimmerman. Second is 02, Tim Graham's also of Zimmerman. And third is number 4, Dave Snow. We'll have the rest for you in a moment. Okay, I think we've got the order of finish here now. Thanks to our statistician because I lost track. Coming first was number 68, second was 02, third number 4. Fourth was 44, Blue, and that's A-Bear. Fifth was number 75, 6, 87, 7th, 44, Red, and 8th, number 30.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Again, your winner, car number 68, Ron Jones out of Zimmerman. And that's going to wrap things up as far as the races go, but we've got a post-race guest that Bill will be interviewing, and that is Tim Graham out of Zimmerman, Minnesota. Well, actually, I'll help Bill with this. I got a few questions, too, so we'll go back and forth here with Tony, the driver of car number 00, and we'll do that right after this timeout. Okay, we're back here with Tony Grahams, the driver of modified car number 00, our guest for this post-race show. Now, Tony, I think that it is really fantastic that we have some of this. Now, of course, Tony, you were a former 6-cylinder driver.
Right.
How many years did you run 6 cylinders?
2 years.
All right, and that was number 22.
Right.
And now you've moved up into the modified class, car number 00. What is the main difference in the 2 classes that you've seen so far?
Well, the modifieds are twice as fast to start with. And you're going against a lot more experienced drivers.
Now, you seem to be holding your own out there, though. You've been running really good with these guys. How does it feel to you? I mean, what is the main difference for you? How are you feeling out there?
The biggest thing is in a 6-cylinder car, you could maybe, the car would mishandle. Yank the plug. Come on.
Okay, we lost a little power there. Tony, what were you saying?
The main difference is in the 6-cylinder car, if the car mishandled at all, you didn't get past that often, but in a modified car, if you screw up even a little bit, there's 3 or 4 of them that get by you.
All right, well, Tony, we got to get going here. They're starting to kick us out of our booth, so thanks for talking with us, and good luck in 00.
Thank you.
All right, again, that was Tony Grahams out of Zimmerman, our post-race guest in modified car number 00. Folks, that's going to end another night of racing here at the Princeton Speedway. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you either next Friday night at the track or next Saturday morning at 8 o'clock right here at KANO 1470. For Greg Jones, Bill Riley, DJ Heskins, and our statistician, my fiancée, Jan, I got to get a plug for her in there. This is Mark Jones saying good night and good racing.